Hey there, welcome to episode 5 of UK to the USA. So, what's happened since last time we spoke? Well, the first phase of the move out from this house to an interim arrangement before we move to the USA. So, what I mean by that is the house we're in, we've sold, and we've got a short term rental. That runs out on the 8th of August. So from the 9th of August, we'll need a short-term place to stay, which could be my wife's sister or her dad, my parents or a friend, until we get the visa agreed to be able to go to the USA. So as part of that process, we've got a lot of furniture, as you can see, around. We've got tables, we've got chairs, we've got cupboards, we've got vases, we've got shoe racks and beds, settees, a number of things that we've acquired over the years, which we're literally selling. So a lot of people would put a container together and have that shipped across the States. We had that priced up and it was about £5,000. So if you take into account the cost of actually transferring that across to the States, actually you could probably buy a significant portion of new furniture by doing that. So it just makes sense to us to get rid of the old stuff, which we've had for a number of years, and start fresh over there. So that's been another part of the process. Selling some stuff on eBay for the last couple of weeks. And the person who's bought the house that we are living in, which we're now renting from, have agreed to buy the sideboard, the dining room table, the chairs, the washing machine, the fridge. It's quite scary when you describe it, actually, because you've built these things up over a number of years. Picture frames and mirrors, and I think you can just see behind the thing on the wall there, and other kind of wall art. All these things are going. So we've negotiated a fee for those. So that's been a big success. Gives more money in the kitty, less things to get rid of when we move for a short-term arrangement before we move to the States. So that's good progress. Another headline: we've got another property which we've been selling. A chunk of that money went in today, happy days, which is great. So my trip next week, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, well, it's great to go. We've got things in place, we've booked meetings, but we still need the money actually there to be able to do it. That has gone in today, a quarter of that money. The rest will go in through the week. So that's great. So we've got some funds to be able to play with and makes it even more real, fabulous. That leads on to another money-related point. I mentioned the Brexit a couple of days ago. So the pound to dollar took a significant hit. It did rally slightly the last couple of days, but with Boris Johnson not putting himself forward for the Prime Minister position, that has once again impacted the market. So just to put into context, because I've actually spoke about figures before, but we've got about $100,000 at the moment, which we're investing in business and property and various other bits and pieces. So when you figure that the value of that has gone down 10% in just the last couple of days, hopefully you're starting to see that that's another challenge we've had, one that we'll overcome, and hopefully that will start to skyrocket again over the next couple of days and weeks. We could really do with it doing so. But again, it's another challenge and something just to make you guys aware of. That exchange rate probably couldn't have been much worse than it is at the moment, but it will recover, I'm sure. The attorney has come back with an updated business plan that I can now submit to the accountant to the United States, who's CPA verified, to get it qualified by them for the E2 application. So that's good. A couple of minor changes. Spent the last hour on that this evening. So that's good to go. Now that can be submitted. So that's another of the 20 items which they're asking for, which can be ticked off. And finally, I mentioned in a previous episode that I had a call with somebody from a car garage over in the States, and the call was cut off because of the internet connection. We've had Sky out today, but the internet connection, that seems much better, which is fabulous. So I've been re-contacting them. A really nice guy called Jason Ramirez, who I've booked in to see next Wednesday, and I've identified 2 cars that I would like to test drive. He's also given me 2 people I can contact regarding insurance. One is from Geico, which I've heard on the radio when I've been across in the States. I've got a number and an individual to call to name check Jason as well, so hopefully get a reduction on the insurance through them. And to compare that, we've got State Farm, which is another car insurance company who will be contacting this next couple of days before we go, so we can get an idea of the insurance to see if that's affordable before we make a formal offer for the cars that I've seen, which will be great, wonderful price, really nice cars. So that's all exciting. Do check out the office space that we have provisionally booked for the business over there. So if you Google GAI Building, which is a Regus office space in downtown Orlando, 618 East South Street, that is the office space that we have secured. When you see the picture, it's obviously not all a building, it's one particular office within there, but it is lush. As you walk through, top to bottom glass, reception space, coffee space, individual working pods. We've secured an individual office as well. So I'm very, very excited about seeing that next week. So do check that out. So good couple of days, highs and lows once again. And we'll be back in touch tomorrow with any further updates. Speak soon. Bye.